Hello everyone, my name is Willa Latham and I love antique porcelain. And today I have something that I particularly like. It is this cabaret set, a tea service made by Belleek in Ireland. It's a cabaret set, which means it comes on a tray like this. And I think they call it cabaret because if you set up a room in what you call the cabaret style, you have the entertainer and on every table is placed so that they can see the entertainer. So here you go, the teapot is the entertainer. So this is a very unusually shaped tea set and I'm going to tell you more about it. First I'm going to tell you the story of Belleek because it's a very interesting pottery. They started in the 1850s and as you may know, Ireland went through a very severe famine in the 1840s. It is why so many Irish people left Ireland at the time and moved to America and Australia and many other countries. They had this terrible potato illness that meant that all the crops were destroyed and they couldn't practice agriculture for a while and there was nothing to eat. So there was this rich landowner in County Fermanagh the area was called Belleek. And this man was called John Coldway and he was thinking, what can I do for my people because they're starving? Now, he happened to be an amateur mineralogist, and that means that he liked digging into the earth and researching the minerals in the earth. And he realized that the earth, the clay in Fermanagh, there's a river there called Erne, so there's a lot of clay. He realized that the clay is perfect for making porcelain. So he started to experiment a bit, he got some friends involved, somebody put up the money, and he decided to build a pottery for his people. So if they couldn't practice agriculture, they could make pottery. So he built this beautiful big factory building. It's still standing today. I went there a few months ago. It's beautiful. Right on the River Erne, right on what is now the border between Ireland, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. And he also had to build a railway line because he had to get coal imported to fire the kilns. And there wasn't much development in Fermanagh at the time, so that was all new. So that took him years. And then he did a lot of experimentation to find the right recipe and to learn how to do it. He got some workers from Worcester who, trained other people how to do it. And off they went. They started making their own porcelain. Now, perhaps in typical Irish fashion, they decided not to follow the British tradition. At the time, the British fashion was all Victorian and garlands and flowers and everything nice and proper. They decided to do their own thing. It was going to be Irish porcelain. So they thought, well, what do we have in Ireland? We have the sea, we have grass, we have shells, we have seaweed, we have baskets and shamrocks. So they shaped everything after very Irish things. A lot of designs are after the sea, like this one. So I have another one that is designed like little baskets with shamrocks. There is one that's designed like grass. Now this one is called Neptune, and you can see why. It's all based on the sea. See, this is like a big seashell, and it's got little seashell as a finial, and it's got these cutest little feet that are seashells. It's got a coral as a handle, and there's a bit of leftover seaweed here. And what I really like also is that when you walk along the water at the beach, you see the foam, right, lying on the beach. So this is like the foam on the beach. It's very cool the way they've done it. And well, listen to this sound. This china is so thin. It's particularly thin. It was the local Fermanagh clay. It actually ran out in the 1950s, so now they import clay from Cornwall, like all other pottery, so it's much more similar to other potteries. But at the time, this was really unique. It's so thin that, look, you can see right through it. If I put on the light, you can see right through it. It's incredibly thin. It's actually stronger than you would think. Now, what made this stuff very famous was that Queen Victoria fell in love with it. She once came to Belleek to check out the factory, and she fell in love with a tea set very similar to this called Echinus. It's also shaped after seashells. It's actually even weirder than this. She fell in love with it. She bought a little breakfast set and she used it the rest of her life every morning to have breakfast in her room. And of course, once Victoria had a set like this, then the whole English nobility wanted it and it became very famous. And Belleek became a very famous factory. So this is all making me hungry. I think it's time for my own tea. Thank you for watching. You can find me at gentlerattleofchina.com, or you can go to Instagram or YouTube and keep watching me. Every week I will present something very beautiful. Thank you for watching.